Okay, so we're on the linear functions and models page, and you were asked to do questions 1 through 3, so we're going to go through them pretty fast. The first thing is that for 1a, they give you a function f of x equals 5x minus 10, and the first thing they ask you to do for part A is find f of 3, so you're just going to plug 3 in everywhere you see an x, and that's 15 minus 10, which is 5, and f of negative 3, which means 5 times negative 3 minus 10, and that's negative 15 minus 10, which is negative 25. So here's your answers for part A. Part B says find the zero of f. And in the notes, hopefully you caught that the zero of f means that you need to set the function 5x minus 10 equal to 0 and solve for x. So we would add 10 to this side and divide by 5. So the zero of f is 2. Letter C is to sketch the graph of the function, and where does it cross the vertical axis? Where does f cross the vertical axis? So first of all, this function is y equals 5x minus 10. So this is a linear function. My slope is positive 5, so I'm going to go up 5 over 1. My y-intercept is negative 10, so my y-intercept needs to be down under here. So when I'm going to sketch this, I'm going to be down here on my y-intercept, and then I'm going to go up 5 and over 1, and up 5 and over 1, so it should be like this. Here's negative 10. If I go up 5 and over 1 and up 5 and over 1, I'm looking at this being a positive 2. And look at that. That's where the 0 is. The 0 is at positive 2. My y-intercept is at negative 10. Where does the graph of f intersect the vertical axis? Well, the vertical axis is y. So it crosses the vertical axis at at 0, negative 10. And where does the graph intersect the horizontal axis? That's this one. Does the x-axis. And that would be at 2, 0. And where does the 0 of f appear on the graph of f? So zeros, when they talk about 0 of f, they're talking about where does this appear on the graph? And zeros always appear on the x-axis. So there are your answers for number 1. 5, negative 25, x is 2. Your sketch should look similar to this. It's going to cross the y-axis at 0, negative 10. It's going to cross the x-axis at 2, 0. And we find zeros of f on the x-axis. It's the x-intercept. For number 2, we are going to figure out which one of these are linear. And the answer to that question is A is a yes. It is linear because the t is in the numerator. The t is in the top. B is a yes because my x variable is in the top. C, my x variable is in the denominator, so C is a no. So h of x is not linear because x is in the denominator. Number 3 is the last one, and it says using the equation s plus 2t equals 8, express t as a function of s. So what they want us to do in number 3 is they want us to make, it says express t, so they want us to make a t equals equation. Express t means make it say t equals, or solve for t. So my equation is s plus 2t equals 8, and I have to solve for t. So I'm going to subtract s over. Make sure you remember that you're working with an s and not a 5, because that'll mess you all up. This is going to be negative s plus 8. You could also have 8 minus s, but I'm definitely a slope-intercept kind of girl. And all of that can be over 2. T equals negative s plus 8 over 2. You could also have 8 minus s all over 2. If you wanted to simplify this slightly, you could turn this into a negative 1/2 s. There's really a negative 1 here, negative 1/2 s plus 4. Any of those three are acceptable.